Imagine a landscape where the mist doesn't just obscure your vision, but hides centuries of secrets buried in the peat and stone. You are part of a remote Scottish community where the past is never truly dead, and the line between folklore and fact is as thin as the winter ice. But when a series of gruesome discoveries point to a ritualistic killer operating in the shadows, you realize that the true horror isn't supernatural, it's human. Welcome to the Bone Trap, the first chilling, atmospheric, and deeply suspenseful installment in Tormod Cockburn's Mysterious Scotland series. If you love Nordic noir vibes, psychological thrillers, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated terror of hunting a predator who knows the land better than you do, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in crime fiction, blending the visceral chill of isolation with the profound weight of hidden history. The narrative kicks off with the discovery of a body in a location that defies logic, thrusting our protagonist into a race against time to stop a killer who seems to be following an ancient bloody script. The atmosphere is thick with the smell of damp earth and heather, the howl of the wind, and the creeping dread of knowing that every shadow could hide an observer. Cockburn excels at capturing the psychological toll of investigating in a close-knit community, making every interview, every clue, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is not just death, but the loss of trust in those you thought you knew. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular isolated setting trope and the brilliant psychological cat and mouse dynamic. This isn't just about solving a puzzle, it's about understanding the complex social web of the village, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart an enemy who relies on fear and tradition. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer the killer's motives, forge uneasy alliances with skeptical locals, and completely shock arrogant suspects with unconventional trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the suspense to life, making the crunch of gravel, the shudder of a door, and the frantic whispers in the dark feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular mystery and the thriller mechanics, the soul of the Bone Trap lies in its characters and the heavy burden of truth. The protagonist isn't just a detective, they are a deeply human individual struggling with the moral weight of uncovering secrets that some would prefer stay buried. The emotional anchor of the story is their fierce, complicated bond with the community, a found family bound by shared trauma and the knowledge that they are the only ones who can bring justice to the forgotten. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet conversations in the pub feel just as impactful as the explosive, heart-pounding confrontations with the unknown. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major revelation threatens to unravel the investigation, forcing the protagonist into a desperate, high-stakes confrontation. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming improvisation, and raw, unbridled courage. They must use every hidden trick, every overloaded trap, and every ounce of their will to hold the line against an unstoppable tide. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, paradigm-shifting victory that proves humanity's greatest weapon isn't its technology, it's its refusal to let the truth die. The Bone Trap is a triumph of the psychological thriller genre. It is smart, gritty, and unapologetically intense. Tormod Cockburn has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog holding the line against darkness. Plug in your headphones, check your perimeter, and join the hunt. The land is old, but its secrets are fresh.